Hey y'all, welcome back to the last video of the year. I cannot believe 2023 is over already. Time is going too fast, but this is not the time for existential dread. This is the time to talk about my personal top 10 dolls of the year. So the last video that I posted was my top 10 worst dolls of the year, and now we are ending out the year on a much more positive note, talking about what I think are honestly the best releases that came out of 2023. So hopefully this should be a fun, positive time. Of course, everything that I say is just going to be my personal opinion. So if you guys disagree, it's totally chill, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. If you do find yourself enjoying though, if you could give the video a like, that's super helpful to me. If you're new here and you enjoy your time, go ahead and subscribe so you can see more in the new year to come. And if you want to go out of your way to support me, I have links and wish lists and stuff in the description down below. Without further ado, I don't want to talk about any of the intro stuff. I want to talk about my favorite dolls, so let's get into it. So obviously we are going to be starting out at number 10 and saving my absolute favorite doll of the year for last, because there's got to be some suspense here, right? So the doll, or rather dolls, that are starting off this list are going to be the live action Little Mermaid like mini dolls. They're very tiny, as you can tell. I did a review on these when they came out a very long time ago. It was pretty early on into the year, and I honestly just think they're so cute and fun. Normally I'm someone who appreciates dolls that have like rooted hair and tons of articulation. So these are very outside of what I would normally go for. And by the way, I did have all of the sisters. These are just my two personal favorites that I figured I would feature in the video here. But something about these is so appealing. I do like miniature things, so they have that going for them. I think the designs of these characters in general are really pretty, and I just like the way that I can just hold them in my hands. Their tails are like a very pleasing texture to me. I don't know what it is about them, because again, this is very different than like what I would normally like, and honestly what is on like the rest of this list, but they're just really cute, and every time I see them they definitely bring me joy, so I feel like they deserved a spot in the top 10. Next up, coming in at my 9th favorite doll of the year, is going to be Victoria Whitman. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that she's so low on the list. I think I was just a lot more focused on other brands this year, and Rainbow High kind of wasn't my focal point, which I do want to say really quick, just because obviously the Rainbow High reboot is happening and like there's a lot of talk about that. I am going to be putting out a video about my opinions in the new year. I just kind of wanted to get through December and like really ruminate on my thoughts and also get all of the stock photos possible. So be ready for that. But focusing on Victoria here, she's a beautiful, beautiful doll. I think her color palette is really beautiful. I think her face is super cute. I love her outfit. And I also think she was a really unique doll for Rainbow High, because she was the first one. And now, if we're being honest, not that I'm like completely crapping on the reboot, there are some good things that I have to say about it that we'll get to in a future video. But if we're being honest, she's probably the last one ever from Rainbow High that is going to have the full body freckles and body blushing. It was the first time we ever saw it. It's probably going to be the last time that we ever see it. And so I feel like she is a very special Rainbow High doll for that reason. And all of those things combined, I really appreciate this doll. I think she's absolutely beautiful, and I definitely think she deserved to be in the top 10. I feel like number 8 might be a little bit unpopular, but that's okay because I love her. I want to highlight the Skulltimate Secrets Twyla doll from Monster High. I just think she is so pretty. I love her base doll. I love her makeup. I love the clothing that she came with. And I think her little bangs are super cute. I feel like almost everyone else that I've encountered online has said that they hate the baby bangs. Like the way that they're executed is just really ugly. And that's fine if you feel that way. Like we're all allowed to have different opinions. But I honestly think they're really adorable and just, I don't know, kind of silly goofy, and they make me happy. Like I look at her and I just can't help but smile. I think her color palette's beautiful, and she's one of like very few Twyla dolls that I have in my first G3 Twyla, because I didn't buy the creep over one. So I feel like she's got a special little place in my heart, even if other people hate her hair. So she made it to number 8 for me. Number 7 is a doll that I don't actually have, and I'm honestly blanking on the name, but it was the pink Dia de los Muertos Barbie that came out. That doll was so gorgeous. She wasn't in my budget, and I don't necessarily make new Barbie dolls a like priority in my collection. I like buying some of the older ones, but there are other brands that I just want to focus on more, like Monster High. If I have to choose between a Monster High and a Barbie, 10 out of 10 times, I'm gonna pick the Monster High doll. So I didn't end up buying this doll, but I do appreciate her very much from afar. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. She looks like she has beautiful details. I'm very happy for anyone who did buy her because I'm sure she is amazing to get to see in person. So kind of strange because I feel like normally I'm highlighting dolls that I have purchased because most of the time I buy my top 10 favorite dolls, but this one just wasn't one that was like really in the cards for me, and that's okay. I'm good with it. Again, I can appreciate her from afar, but I still wanted to highlight her for this list. Then coming in at number 6 is a doll that I have, and that is the Magic Mixies Pixlings Flita doll. She is so cute. I am so obsessed with this line in general. I honestly wanted to put Dearly, the other one that I have on my shelf, on this list as well, but I didn't want to overwhelm the list with Pixlings, so I went with just Flita. Well, I kind of went with just Flita. You'll see in a second. But she's so cute. She's so pretty. I love the color palette. I love the design. Again, much like the Little Mermaid dolls, this one's one that's like kind of surprising to me because they do have slightly more limited articulation than I usually favor with my dolls. But I'm so enamored by the size and their cute little faces, and like the overall design I think is so strong and so beautiful. And honestly, Flita was like one of the first dolls that I thought of when I was making this list. So obviously she had to be on it. Breaking into the top 5, I have to explain why I said kind of the only Pixlings on the list, because she's the only Pixlings that I have unboxed, but I actually want to highlight for number 5 another Pixlings doll, and that is Amber the Dragon. Technically speaking, I do have this doll. My mom got her for me for Christmas. Thank you. Shout out to my mother. But I haven't gotten a chance to unbox her yet. I already know I'm going to be obsessed with her though, so I went ahead and put her on this list. Again, the design is so fun, so cool. I'm so excited to actually get my hands on her. I feel like she is just so compelling and so strong a design, so precious. Obviously, she's going to have the same adorable little scale and articulation and face and everything. And she's just a doll that I'm really looking forward to getting to unbox with you guys in the new year. And I couldn't make this list without highlighting her as well. So Flita is the only Pixling that I like actively have on this list, but I did have to put 2 Pixlings on this list in total. That brings us to number 4. We are getting closer and closer to the top, but not quite there yet. Number 4 for me is going to be Wildflower from LOL OMG, which is so funny because I never would have guessed this when these dolls first released. I honestly didn't even plan on buying her when we got the stock photos for this line of OMG dolls. It was only once I saw her in store that I was like, hold on, she is something special. And I'm so glad that I changed my mind. Obviously, she made it very high up on my top 10 dolls list. I just think everything about her is exquisite. Like the level of quality in this doll is frankly bonkers. It's so impressive, so beautiful, and her design is just so cute too. The flowers and the lace and the butterflies, everything is just so amazing, and I'm so in love with her. I honestly just don't even know what else to say. She's so beautiful, and I'm so happy that I get to have her in my collection. So again, I just feel like I couldn't make this list without highlighting her on it. But now we are entering my top 3, and not to spoil it, but Monster High is going to be taking over completely from here on out. Kicking off my top 3 dolls of the year is Skulltimate Secrets Spheridescent Cleo. I couldn't not have a Cleo on this list. I love her and her dolls. I just feel like they always have such a beautiful design to them. And the Spheridescent Cleo just really, really stands out to me. She's very different from most other Cleo dolls, not only in Gen 3, but like across all of Monster High. And I love that for her. I think she's so beautiful. I think all of the pieces she came with are so fun. Like, she's just very different to the other Cleos in my collection. And I love everything about her. I just think she's so beautiful, so exciting, and she's definitely one that stands out in my mind consistently when I think about my collection as a whole. So it's only fitting that she made it into the top 3. Next up, number 2, a doll that I think is near and dear to many of our hearts. It's the Gen 3 Abby doll. What can I even say that hasn't been said already? Like, this doll is so amazing. Her design is so fun to me. I love her body sculpt. Since the Gen 3 dolls are getting unique body sculpts, Abby got a brand new one for the generation, and I think it's so fun and it fits her so well. Her face is gorgeous. I understand her hair is polypropylene and that's a disappointment to a lot of people, but it looks pretty. Like, Everything about her is just so amazing. I love this doll so much. Every time I see her in stores, because like for a while the distribution was weird with her, but she's finally in stores around me. And every time I see her in stores, I'm honestly really tempted to pick up a second one, even though I do not buy duplicates, because I just think she's so beautiful and would be so fun to redress. I'm really excited for Gen 3 to release more Abby dolls in the future because I just want more of her. She is so good. I could gush about her forever, but she's still not number one. So we have to put her away for now. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a second so you can like leave any guesses you might want to leave in the comments down below what you predict is going to be my number one doll of the year. I don't think this one's going to be surprising, and I honestly feel like she's going to top a lot of people's lists, but I wasn't going to not include her just for the sake of trying to be unique, right? Like, she's an amazing doll. It's Vampire Heart Draculaura. Again, much like Abby, what can I say that hasn't already been said? She is beyond stunning to me. There's genuinely like nothing about her that I don't love. I think this is an astounding design, an astounding doll. And what really takes it over the edge for me and what really makes me feel like she genuinely deserves to be in the number one spot is that I harp on Mattel a lot for their prices, because I think especially for their collector level dolls, the prices do not match up to the quality that you get. Like Haunt Couture, for example. I feel like those are nice dolls. I enjoy the designs of them, but I don't think that they are at all worth the price point. This doll, Vampire Heart Draculaura, was extremely expensive, but I actually think she was worth it. And that is not something that I say lightly. The layers that she has, the quality that I feel she has, the detail that she has, all make her feel like a genuinely worthwhile collector doll. So it's not something that I am like begrudgingly purchasing because the price is really high, but I like the design and like, I don't want to miss out. I have absolutely no regret with spending as much money as I did on this doll. I think she is phenomenal. I think she's absolutely amazing. Monster High is going to have a hard time topping her, in my opinion. But yeah, for all of those reasons and more, I definitely think that she deserved to be the number one doll of the year, at least for me. As I said before, I would be very curious to see what you guys think of my list and also to hear what your top 10 dolls of the year are in the comments down below. I'm curious to see how similar our lists might be, or like, if y'all think I'm just completely backwards and these are terrible dolls, I guess feel free to let me know that as well. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. I hope you all have a lovely new year, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be. I will catch you guys next year in the next one. Bye, guys.